Hello and welcome back to the Ambassadors of Gaming channel. I'm one in your collection of hosts, Ambassador Michael, and today I will again be speaking on behalf of Darrell. He has some thoughts on the recent PS4 exclusive Ghost of Tsushima, so I would like to narrate those for you today. Another eagerly awaited title has finally launched on PS4, and it's the new IP from Sucker Punch entitled Ghost of Tsushima. Following from their previous release Infamous First Light, they decided to do another open world game. Other ideas were considered, such as the Three Musketeers and Pirates, but the idea of a feudal Japan setting was always returned to, and things took shape from the development team found an historical account of an invasion of Tsushima by the Mongols in 1274. They also consulted cultural experts and had audio recorded of various sounds from Japan to make the representation of feudal Japan as accurate as possible, as well as consulting with historical sword fighting expert David Ishimaru. Towards the end of 2015, it was announced to be on early development. But what type of game exactly is it, and what is it about? It's a stealth-based action-adventure game set from the third-person perspective. As for the story, I'll use an Amazon description to keep as spoiler-free as possible. In the late 13th century, the Mongol Empire was laid waste to entire nations along their campaign to conquer the east. Tsushima Island is all that stands between mainland Japan and a massive Mongol invasion fleet led by the ruthless and cunning General Khotan Khan. As the island burns in the wake of the first wave of the Mongol assault, samurai warrior Jin Sakai stands as one of the last surviving members of his clan. He is resolved to do whatever it takes at any cost to protect his people and reclaim his home. He must set aside the traditions that have shaped him as a warrior to forge a new path, the path of the Ghost, and wage an unconventional war for the freedom of Tsushima. As we can see, we play as Jin, trying to reclaim back his home and free his people from the Mongols. A quote from Nate Fox, who is the game's director, said, "This is a game that is entirely grounded in reality. You're trying hard to transport people to 1274 Japan. We're inspired by history and we're not building it back stone by stone. We're not trying to rebuild Tsushima Island. Our protagonist is a work of fiction. We actually thought about using some historical figures, and we asked some people who are more culturally aware than us, and they said that it would be insensitive, so we didn't do it." Now on to the game itself. Visually is the place to start, as prior to release it was touted as the best looking PS4 game. Yes, we've had the long awaited Last of Us 2, which looks incredible and at times so real, but it's also not in the scope of this game in terms of the size of the playable world. And visually this game looks incredible. The character models are an incredibly high standard, but it's the exploring the island where you appreciate the beauty. You have incredible particle effects, from fireflies flying around to wind blowing leaves and having them blow around. And you also see them on the ground. The wind blows grass, trees, bushes, which react to wind strength and direction, and the lighting is stunning. It's a game you really need to see to appreciate the sheer beauty of the world of Tsushima Sucker Punch has created. As mentioned before, a lot of effort was put into the sound as well, such as songbirds and weather such as thunder and combat sounds. The score is beautifully arranged by Alan Ashkiri and Shigeru Bayashi, and suits the game brilliantly. Combat is varied from traditional samurai confrontational method with a katana to stealth combat where you can leap from above and assassinate your opponent, not far from what you can expect in an Assassin's Creed game. You can use a bow and again stealth to avoid and strike at a confused Mongol with sticky bombs, smoke grenades, or kunai to throw at multiple targets. And for a game said to be Souls-esque, for someone who is not a fan of those games, I love the combat in this. It feels smooth and natural, and soon so easy to pick up and become a weapon yourself, becoming a samurai to be reckoned with. You can level up various aspects of your character, from unlocking and developing new abilities, upgrading your gear, as well as leveling up abilities to heal, call, resolve, which you then fill in combat, as well as upgrades to health. All fully explained in game, as well as it is extremely easy to follow. We also have extremely small load times, which benefit the gamer. Story appears as yet to make sense and is well structured, and side quests aplenty, which seem more than just a side filler but have stories behind them or can potentially aid you in the main quest. Now, is the game worth your time and money? I won't hesitate and say yes. It's incredible. Will it be a Game of the Year contender? Well, when you put that question to a game, then you know it's simply worth a look. Normally I would say yes, but this year is not as simple as about a month ago we had a certain game called The Last of Us, and this will so far be the only game I see challenging, and though I know people will put Final Fantasy VII Remake in theirs, and based on the story, Mafia Definitive Edition. All worthy potentially, But I think Naughty Dog gave us a favorite, and Ghost of Tsushima is for me the only title I see challenging it. So yes, it's a huge yes that I recommend this game. It's a game that at present I am thoroughly enjoying the experience. Well, there you go. Darrell has had his thoughts. He has some glowing praise for the game. And as always, I will leave you all off with the screenshot bonus round to truly appreciate the beauty of Ghost of Tsushima. Until next time, friends, of course, we'd like to hear from you as well. Any engagement you would like to give is greatly appreciated. Of course, we'd love to discuss in comments as well. Let us know if you're playing and if you're interested, if this has piqued your interest. And until next time, I'm Ambassador Michael.